Welcome, everyone. This is Ms. Phillips, and thank you for joining me for Writing Workshop today. Today is Wednesday, November 18th, 2020. The materials you will need for today's lesson are a sharpened pencil and your writing journal. If you don't have these, go ahead and pause the lesson to collect those now. Okay, now that you're back and you've collected your supplies, let's go over our objectives for today. I will explain how writers generate ideas by listing moments with strong feelings. We will recognize the importance of generating ideas as writers, and then you will generate and collect ideas by creating a moments with strong feelings chart. Writers, we have been learning and brainstorming ideas related to the module Project Earth. We have listed important people in our lives that contribute to the health of the planet, environment, and others around them. We are going to continue to generate ideas today related to the same topic. I'm going to show you how to generate ideas by creating a moments with strong feelings chart. This chart will help you think about moments in which you had strong feelings related to the earth and the environment that you can use to connect and write your editorial that you're going to be asked to write later. Take some time now to pause and copy down this blank chart into your writing journal. You will not need to fill it out now, but you will have to have it ready so that you can complete it later. Go now and copy this chart. Okay, I hope that you've copied this chart down. You will definitely need it to use as a reference when drafting your editorial, and you will also need it to complete your assignment for today. Now that you have a copy of your own chart in your writing journal, put down your pencil so that you can listen as I model how and why I filled in my chart. You do not need to copy this information down because this information will be my ideas and my experiences. Your chart that you fill in later will be unique to you and your own personal moments with strong emotions. Notice the chart and how it has two columns. The first column is your feelings or your emotions column. The emotions we are looking for today are pride, sadness, gratefulness, awe, and anger. And on the right side, the ideas side, you're going to list ideas that you have or moments that you've had where you had pride, where you were sad, you were grateful, you were in awe, or you were angry. An example, the first section on my chart is the emotion or feeling of pride. I remember a time when I felt an immense sense of pride and accomplishment. My family and I helped clean up our town after a hurricane. The devastation was terrible. There were downed trees and people's houses were torn to bits and pieces. My father, husband, and I, as well as some other family members, went into town and helped anyone that we could. We cut trees apart so that people could get to and from their houses, and helped anyone that we could by patching roofs, removing debris from roadways and homes. We even helped animals that were injured or had been displaced and couldn't find their owners. I was so proud that we helped out the community in that way and felt accomplished in the task. I was glad we were able to help so many people. So I have this moment in my life as a sense of pride in relation to the earth and the environment and my community. I'm going to write it down in my chart. On the second row, we can see the emotion sadness or sad. I remember a time when I was very sad whenever I went to the beach. I'm going to write this information down in my chart. The beach was covered with litter and trash everywhere. I remember being so sad that people ruined this beautiful beach and harmed the wildlife and sea creatures by destroying the beach with filth. Whenever you leave trash in the ocean or trash near the ocean, it can be swept into the ocean. It can ruin the quality of life for many creatures. The next feeling that I had is gratefulness. I remember a moment in time or a trip that we took where my family and I visited a national park. I was so grateful that this piece of natural environment was preserved. The forests were kept in pristine conditions, and this helps the environment and also the wildlife animals that live in these forest habitats. It keeps them safe, and our planet needs oxygen, and trees are the perfect way to create oxygen for our planet. If you look at the fourth row, you can see the feeling of awe. Awe means that you are filled with amazement, respect, and wonder. I remember a time when my husband, daughter, and I once lived near and visited the National Seashore. I remember being in awe of this beautiful landscape, the crystal blue water, the healthy wildlife and fish that I could see through the water, and the clean beaches. I had never experienced this type of beauty in my life. I could sit for hours and watch the clear blue waves, walking the clean beaches with my family, and have a huge amount of respect and appreciation for the wonderful earth that we live in. Lastly, the feeling that we have in our chart is anger. I remember a point in time where I was watching the news and I saw the devastation of a forest fire. So I'm going to write that information in my last box. Not all forest fires are started this way, but in this case, a person started the fire by being careless and having no concern for their actions. This person had a fire in the woods and did not put it out properly. And as a result, hundreds of trees died, not to mention the devastating amount of animals that lost their lives or were forced out of their homes and environment due to this person's actions. I was extremely angry that this person was so careless. With proper education and awareness for all people, things like this shouldn't happen or at least be minimized. As you can see, there are many emotions and moments that you can use that inspire you to write and think about ideas related to the topic. Even while reading The Elephant Keeper, you can tell that the writer has strong emotions related to elephants and the conservation of the species. I want you to think about all these emotions whenever you're writing your editorial later and the moments that you've seen there, the moments that you felt them. Now it's going to be your turn to fill in your chart. You're going to fill in your chart with moments that you had emotions provided in the chart and generate ideas based on those feelings. Use the moments that you have felt these strong feelings in relation to the environment and the earth. If you need to reference my examples, you can. However, your chart will be unique to you because your experiences are different than mine. Go now and complete your chart. Remember, you will be using this chart later to help with ideas to make connections before and during drafting your editorial piece.